Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Now Wilson on second down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Now the 3rd-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Broncos had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as the tackle made down at the 33. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got room. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Go. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Broncos. Marvin Mims, 39 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Locates Hardman for another catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it. Let's go now.
Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A pass there complete to Sutton. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll go down at the 28. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Yeah, Wilson going to change things up here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook
These
back
two
up
teams
with
making their
Jonathan
final
Coachman
adjustments
for
before
REA
coming out
Sports
for the second half.
report.
And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out, and he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out quickly to Judy. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. Touchdown! Jerry Judy, 35 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
Play action. Now Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now Wilson on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Running left, it's Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Garrett Wilson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll go again with Hall.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
this to the 24 on third down. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.